Hello everybody, it's Kayla with the Celebration Company. I hope everyone's having a wonderful, wonderful day. We are going to make a super duper simple Christmas garland or banner, whatever you want it to be. This is going to be for my Christmas tree, for my big tree, I think. Okay, I think it's going to be for my big tree. So what I've got is 4 different types of red and white fabrics. So just choose whatever fabrics you like for your tree, for your decorations. So I went with red and white, and I'm kind of going, this is kind of the theme of my Christmas decor, is sort of these different patterns, the plaids and the polka dots, and stripes and things of that nature. So I already had 2 of these. I already had these 2, but I sort of wanted some more. I didn't think I was going to have enough of this. So I went to Walmart and I picked up these. So these are 1-yard cuts. All right, so we've got 2 of them here. They're both plaid. One's just bigger and more white, and then one is smaller and more red. So we've kind of got red and white, okay? And so all we're gonna do with this is super duper simple, y'all, okay? Super simple. So I'm gonna take, I want to make my strips. My strips are gonna be 6 inches, I think, wide is how wide I want them. So we're gonna make just a bunch of strips. I'm trying to find where I want to cut at. So let me just see here, this long piece of fabric. Okay, so I'm gonna cut here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna tear this, okay? It's super simple. So I'm gonna start on this edge. I'm gonna get rid of this rough, it's not rough, but it's the manufacturer edge. I'm just gonna tear that off to just completely get rid of that. And I'm just gonna go the whole length of this fabric. Now this piece here is quite long. Actually, I probably am not gonna need all this because it is really long. But anyways, so then we are going to just cut 6 inches wide. So I'm just making a little slit, okay? So I'm gonna measure it. Not that it's important to measure it, but I'm measuring it because sometimes I tend to make bigger than I want. And I don't want this garland, I want it to be a little on the smaller side, okay? All right, so that's probably more than enough. I'm just gonna cut this. Okay, so we have a wide strip, okay? It's 6 inches wide. So then the next thing you're gonna do, it's a lot of tearing, you guys, a lot of tearing to get ready for this, okay? So then the next thing you're gonna do is just start making cuts this way, about 1 inch, okay? It doesn't have to be exact, but you're just gonna go down and just on the long side of your fabric and just make about 1 inch slits, okay? So I'm gonna do a few and show you guys what it looks like. Okay, so you see my 1 inch slits, and then we're just gonna go in and we're just gonna tear them, all right? So I just like to do a bunch at a time, and then I like to go through and just correct all of the strings and the threads and things like that. I'll just go through, tear them, and then remove all those threads, okay? So depending on how long you want your garland to be, if it's gonna be a garland that's gonna go on your tree and you want a lot of it on there, then you're probably gonna need a lot of them. I can't tell you exactly, you just gotta go with it. But I will tell you this, you do not have to have a whole yard of fabric for this. So I purchased these because they were just easy, but also because I knew I would use them. I love those fabrics, and I know I'll use them around Christmas time and Valentine's Day. And so I just went ahead and grabbed those. But you don't even have to spend that much. You can go and just get 1/4 of a yard of your material, And that'll be more than enough to do this project. So you could just get a 1/4 yard of each fabric that you like. So after I do that, I'll just come in and just take off all of the extra threads that are hanging off. And then I'll just sort of start piling them up, okay? And I'm going to do that for each of my fabrics, all right? So I will be back here in a minute with all of my pieces cut, okay? See you guys soon. Okay, you guys, I am back. So we have all of our pieces of fabric all nicely torn. You can see right here, I've got them all in a pile. And I kind of put them in the pattern I want to go with. However, let me say this, because I know I don't have as much of this, I may just be putting that in sort of sparingly. So I'm going to use some jute. This is just Dollar Tree jute right here. And let me tell you an easy tip when putting your garland together. If you can take your string, your jute, and tie it on something on one side and tie it on something the other side, so you're able to just have a nice taut piece of jute, that is the tip, okay? That makes it so much easier to tie, all right? So all we're gonna do though, this is so simple. We are just going to take our fabric and we're just gonna tie it around our jute, okay? We're just gonna make just little knots like that. So we do not need to double knot it. All we need to do is just tie it on. Now you can do, the thing about this is, you can make this really close up. You can spread it out. It's totally up to you in how you want to do this. But what I do, I'm just going to start tying them on and then I'm going to push them together. Okay, so I'm just going to get a few on here. Now you can also tie it in different directions. So you can do left over right and then right over left, and it'll make it look just a little bit different by doing it that way. But once you put them all together, it looks really cool. So like I said, this is just going to be a garland for my Christmas tree. It's going to add that red and white color that I love and just add a little bit of extra texture to it. That's just going to be really pretty. So right now I'm separating them out. Okay, they're not like right close together. So you could even just do something like this and that would be super cute. Or you can also push them together, okay? So let me show you what happens when you push it together, and you won't see any of the jute through your garland. So look how cute that is, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and do a bunch of these real quick, and then I'll come back and I'll show you how this is looking. All right, you guys. So after a few minutes, I think it took me about 15 minutes. So it's definitely not a super quick project, okay? It's not super quick by no means. It does take a little bit of time, but this is something that you could do sitting in front of the TV. I actually was watching something as I was doing this, so it makes it go super quick. So anyways, it does take a little bit of time, but it's not like you have to be like over your craft table with your hot glue gun and your scissors and all this stuff. Once you get everything torn, you can just go sit in front of the TV and just start tying. You could even have your kids help you with this. So this is what it looks like in the end. Look how adorable this is. So darn cute. It's super duper cute, you guys. You can see how this is going to add lots of texture and volume to my Christmas tree. I just absolutely love the way that this looks in the end. So this piece right here is about 36 inches or so. So I am probably going to make 2 more of these. I will tell you, you can also use ribbon for this. You do not have to use fabric. Ribbon's just going to be more expensive. I don't know if you guys remember, I had a Halloween garland hanging up here, and it's also in my decorations now in my living room for Halloween. I did one very similar to this, except I used Lots of different types of ribbon in it as well. And it turned out super duper cute. So this is something you can have fun with. You can be creative with. You can do as much or as little, as long as you want it to be, as short as you want it to be. Just all depends on what you want to do with this. Now, you could also make a super cute little wreath as well. Just use a metal circle form, which you can get at Hobby Lobby, and just tie the knots onto it. Would be super duper cute. So very simple. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I cannot wait to see how this is going to look on my Christmas tree. And I'm going to do this in combination with my ribbons and other things. So it's going to be gorgeous. So thank you guys so much for watching. Talk to you very soon. Bye.